Real talk. Real talk. Real talk with Tim McGee.
A parking lot now filled with cars, kids, and families enjoying a fun evening at Urban Air, a trampoline park, was a different scene Friday night. Police say a man named Timothy Wilkes and a friend did a prank robbery, running at a group with a butcher knife. That's when one in the group shot Wilkes, unaware that it was fake. Police say it was being filmed as part of a YouTube video and that no charges are being filed right now. People living nearby said they heard the whole thing.
I was in my room, right? So I was eating, and I dropped my burger. So much shots.
Now, about that friend that police mentioned, I reached out to police to see if that unnamed person will be facing charges. I haven't heard back yet, but a lawyer I spoke to says this video could mean legal trouble for that friend.
I'm sure that the people involved in this would like to characterize it as a prank, but it certainly seems to be a prank that went seriously awry.
Prank videos are popular on YouTube, but the difference between a monetized channel or a reality show versus just two citizens pulling pranks is an extra level of protection. Insurance to protect against pranks gone wrong. Copycat citizens wouldn't necessarily have that. As for YouTube, Harvey says the company itself isn't in legal trouble, but they do crack down on videos that promote harm or illegal acts. As for what happened here Friday, Urban Air and the businesses next door didn't comment on what happened, but the neighbors who live nearby
So I was like, dang, that's crazy.
say it's beyond them why this happened.
Welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Tim McGee. You know, I always have a saying I like to tell people. I crack jokes, but I don't play games. Know the difference. And the reason why I say that is because there's a difference between cracking jokes and making people laugh and playing games, such as pranks. That can cause you your life, especially when it can cause your life. And a young man out of Tennessee, 20-year-old Timothy Wilkes, found that out the hard way. This story comes to you from a parking lot of a shopping center, amusement place where kids jump on trampoline and all that. Well, he thought it was a good idea to pull a prank on total strangers. And that's, and I'm gonna be honest, I like watching these prank videos, like playing the ones where you see the guy acting like he's undercover cop and then he start, telling them we got him, or, acting like he's assassin and they putting the red beam on people and watching people run. Or, you walk up to some hood people and be doing stuff. And we've seen a lot of those videos go wrong where people get beat up, people put out weapons, and it just can go wrong. But, we usually don't never see it go wrong. Besides a person getting beat up and whatever, and they come out, it's a prank, and they point to the cameras, sometimes people still mad. But in this case, this was a deadly prank. 20-year-old Timothy Wilkes thought it was a good idea. Young kid, he's 20 years old, so you young, you in a playful mood. But in today's society, you can't be pranking certain people, especially people from the African American community, because we deal with people trying to rob us and shoot us all day long. And the person apparently who shot him was a mixed guy. He looks like he was white and black, but that's close enough. And apparently he's with a group of friends. And they were in the parking lot, broad daylight, when this Timothy Wilkes kid walks up to him with a knife. First of all, you always hear, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight. And that's exactly what he did, but this was a prank. So he pulls out a butcher knife on these group of teens, and it instantly went wrong. First of all, how you gonna rob somebody in today's age with a knife? That's crazy. So when he pulled the knife out on the other young man, the young man had a concealed firearm. Yes, you already know. So as you can imagine, he did what any person who has a concealed firearm, or even if you don't have a concealed firearm, if you have a firearm period, and some white skinny kids walking up to you talk about robbing you with a knife, what are you gonna do? Exactly. And that's what happened. This young man pulled out a gun, and I'm sure this guy was like, when he seen a gun, I'm sure he was like, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. But in situations like that, because we've seen them do that when people pull out weapons or it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. And you know, they stop sometimes and people don't stop, but they stop most of the time. Well, in this case, the man wasn't hearing none of that. And the man shot him multiple times in the parking lot where he died while his friend was filming it. And now, that's another thing. His friend could be facing charges because his other friend died while they was committing the crime. Even though it was a prank, there's no such law as a prank. If someone dies while you are so-called doing a prank or committing the crime, then you can be charged for that because someone lost their lives based on something that you guys premeditated to go do that turned out horribly wrong. So now you have this 20-year-old man, really a child because, you know, he's not even 21 yet. But he have lost his life trying to get notoriety on YouTube. And that's the problem. People be gambling with their life and taking things too far. You can't be doing pranks like that. We see them all the time. Like I said, I enjoy watching them, but at what expense? If I was doing that, I wouldn't risk my life, but a lot of these guys do risk their life when they're going up to random people on the streets doing things and people have no idea it's a prank and all the crazy stuff and crazy people are going around today. You can't do stuff like that. I crack jokes, but I don't play games. And this man found out the hard way and lost his life. So my condolences to Michael Wilkes and my condolences to the young man who shot him, because if you shoot somebody because you think you're about to get robbed only to find out that it's a prank, then you have to live with that for the rest of your life. As well as the cameraman has to live with that for the rest of his life. He probably would never do or record another prank a day in his life. You know, I appreciate the people who do pranks because they are some funny videos, but like I said, at what cost? You know, there was another situation that happened a few years ago with a prank that went horribly wrong. A woman, 20-year-old woman by the name Mona Lisa Pedro Roaz, shot her boyfriend during the YouTube prank. These YouTube pranks, man, it ain't worth your life. He was, I guess they had a prank that what they wanted to do where she shoots a gun through a book, and he wanted to prove to his YouTube followers that the book was going to stop the gun. But the problem is he had tried the prank once before on a different book. What he should have did is use the same book. But better yet, he shouldn't even been doing that prank anyways. But if he was going to do it, what he should have did is use same book that he practiced on. But instead, he used another book that he probably thought was the same thickness. And this time it didn't work out the way he practiced. And what people got to understand is some books are made differently. Hard copy, soft copy, the pages is made from different type of wood material, so it's stronger or whatever. Well, he put the book up to his chest and told her to shoot while he was filming it. And, well, it didn't work out well. The bullet went straight through the book and hit him in the chest, and he died. And now she is being charged with manslaughter. All because of a prank. And it was his idea. She didn't want to do it, but he talked her into it and said the day before he had practiced on a different book. And they wanted to get famous. And I mean, the price of fame is not worth your life. People would do things that risk their life just so they can get them views. Well, how'd that work out? Because both of you guys are dead. Both of you guys are only 20 and both of you guys are dead pulling these stupid pranks. So to all my pranksters out there, be careful. Because I'm not knocking y'all, because like I said, I enjoy those videos. I love watching, especially when it's real and, you know, and people are scared, they would run, or they even haul off and start beating up on you. You know, that's entertaining, and that's part of what you expect when you do pranks. But one thing you don't expect is to get killed, and maybe you should start thinking about that, because if you do a prank on someone and they don't know about it or don't know you, then chances are you might lose your life. So, to all my pranksters, this one's for you. This is Real Talk with Tim McGee. And tune into the next episode. Like, support, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you can know when I post videos. Have a great day.